And my hot take is anything shared with a man is not princess treatment. He got you that apartment that y'all both live in or that house that y'all both live in and he's paying all the bills. Even if he's paying all the bills, if he lives with you, that's still not princess treatment. Because really think about it. The real reason why I could never live with a man is because I have a nigga sleep over and I wake up and I'm fucking annoyed just by hearing him brushing his teeth in my bathroom. I don't want to wake up to hearing a man snoring and spitting and coughing. None of that in my space. That's not princess treatment. Princess treatment is he gets you your own spot in your name that he pays the bills for. And he doesn't sleep over there, none of that. I never ever counted vacations as a gift or as princess treatment because I'm on vacation with a man. I have to walk around with a man. I brought sand to the beach. I can't even talk to other niggas. I can't fully enjoy myself with a man. He want to fuck every single night. That's why I don't go on vacations with niggas. Either you paying for my vacation or leave me the fuck alone. Anything that has to do with a man is not a gift. That's why when bitches is flexing shit like, oh, I don't have to work, but I'm not trying to pocket watch. I'm not trying to watch bitches, but you literally sharing shit with a man I got on my own. So it's like, if he can't do more for me than I'm doing for myself, that's not princess treatment. Going out to nice ass dinners with a man is not princess treatment to me. I go out and take myself out to eat and spend whatever the fuck I feel like while not being in the presence of a man, which is a gift to me. The presence of a man is not a gift. It's not princess treatment. I don't want to see a man. I don't know if it's just me. I don't want to look at a man while I'm enjoying my time, my money, anything. While I'm enjoying his money, I don't want to look at him. Okay? It's not a gift. And niggas be feeling like it's a gift. Well, I bought you this, I bought you that. Were you involved in the gift? As long as you're involved in what you're giving me, it's not a gift to me. But like, as far as bitches bragging about shit like, oh, he moved me into this spot. That's a house, that's an apartment you could have got on your own without a man. And without having a man expecting you to cook, clean, or fuck. Even if you don't cook or clean, you're still expected to fuck. Y'all pussy don't get tired. I don't want to be around a man 24/7. That's why half the time I'd rather get it on my own. But if a nigga is bothering me, he has to contribute. And he has to contribute without being involved in whatever the fuck he's contributing in. Meaning, just give it to me or just get the fuck out of my face.
I feel validated because a woman made a video having the same experience that I had been having a while in regards to men. I would love to know if this is happening to you. I lived in Florida for most of 2025, and I started noticing that when men would approach me, they would all approach me the same way. They would not ask me how my day was doing. They would not ask me for my name. They would not ask me anything in order to strike up a conversation. They would just open up to me, a complete stranger, by saying, "Are you single? Are you single?" You approach me, you come up to me, and the first thing you say is, "Are you single?" That is like going to a car lot and then asking the dealer, "Hey, is that car available for sale? Is that car available for sale? Are you all selling that car?" The car doesn't need your consent in order to let you drive it. It just simply has to be available. As long as the car is available, you'll be able to drive the car. That is how men view women when they just come up to women and just say shit like, "Oh, are you single?" Fuck your consent. Fuck if I'm even attracted to you or not. You don't even have that on the table because you're automatically coming in hot by asking a woman, "Are you single?" Because in their brain already, as long as you're available, they should be able to have access to you. Your consent doesn't matter. Your attraction to them or lack thereof does not matter. And I'm not saying that some man needs to like strike up like a half an hour conversation and like take me out on a date to be able to get this information. But damn, that could at least be like the fourth or fifth question that you decide to ask somebody that is a complete stranger to you. Like just coming up to somebody willy-nilly, just asking first thing, "Are you single?" is incredibly rude. And it proves that you have an incredible sense of entitlement to women's time, women's body, women's autonomy, because just because I'm single doesn't mean that I'm attracted to you. Just because I'm single doesn't mean that I want to talk to you. And I feel like men also do this in an attempt to corner you. This is why every single man that had just came up and asked me if I was single, he was ignored. He was ignored. You're not about to have me fall into your trap of bullshit questioning. That way you could try to further interrogate me and try to question me and try to potentially catch me in a lie if I tell you that I'm not single. Oh, well, if you were single, where's your boyfriend? I highly doubt your boyfriend would be letting you go out to a place like this alone. I don't see a ring on your finger. If you were my girlfriend, I wouldn't be having you pay for your own groceries and have you go to the grocery store alone. This is why they're ignored. This is why they're ignored, because they want to try to use a certain type of tactic to be able to corner you easy in order to try to get you to just submit to their attraction to you, because they feel like they have a sense of entitlement to being attracted to you. I don't care. That shit's crazy. That it's absolutely insane. Please tell me if this is happening to you or not, because I definitely noticed it last year.
You could have the most full roster as a woman of the most manly men. You move? Okay? No one wants to help you with moving. Where did they go? Okay, suddenly, all these men, they become businessmen. Okay, I thought I was getting into guys that were like lumberjacks, okay, could help lift some boxes. No, suddenly, I'm dating men that have never been to the gym, I guess. They can't help me with anything. Okay, then why are you here then? Clearly you don't like me enough then. That's crazy. Okay, when I was younger, when someone moved, in my opinion, it was like a community effort. Everyone came in, everyone chipped in, everyone helped. Wrong. Okay, as I've gotten older, I realized this is a solo game. I have to hire movers. I have to hire men. Okay, where are the men? I don't know. I have to hire them to help me. That is crazy. That is crazy. Okay, and now I've realized it. I'm like, oh, you like me, but not enough to help me move? Okay. We're changing the whole roster up. No one's getting renewals. Whole team is getting traded. You're gone. You're gone. You're gone. Get out of my face. You may play ball, but you're not going to be playing me. You're done.
Women use men. And how do we do that exactly? You can't really use something that's useless. For our money. What fucking money? The money you think you're going to make in the future by having a stay-at-home wife so you don't have to pay for childcare, chefs, cleaners, house managers, therapists? Yeah, right, sure. For our protection. What protection? Seriously, what protection? Because women are 60% more likely to die by a husband, than a complete stranger. When a man says women use men, all he's really doing is projecting his own behaviors of expecting support, money, and attention onto us.
Every time I see a fine-ass man, I break neck. And then I see him with a baddie. I'm like, my bad, queen. My bad, queen. I didn't see you there. But then every time I see a baddie, I'll break neck as well. And I'll see her with a cockroach, respectfully. And I'm like, what is going on? What's going on? Why do I find that fine-ass men always stay in their league, but women tend to dip? And I could get it if my girls get money bags. I'm saying I get it if my girl's just in love. I'm not that superficial. Like I get, like, you can fall in love with a cockroach. It happened to me a couple times. But let me find out. Let me find out that my queen is doing charity work, doing a Make-A-Wish Foundation, and then he's gonna dog her out. I swear, every time I pass a baddie that's with a cockroach, I'm like, girl, you are stunning. Look directly at him. She's stunning. She's stunning. And just so you know, if you play her to the upteenth degree, she's gonna leave you and go somewhere else in a heartbeat, and you're gonna struggle for the rest of your life, because look at you. He did nothing wrong. He did nothing wrong. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go heal. I'm gonna go heal. I love you.
I'm gonna speak for a lot of pretty girls when I say this, and I know it. I don't like super fine boys. I don't. I like medium cute, funny boys. I do.
People just love to romanticize being a pretty woman, that life comes so easy for you and you get everything in life that you want, which you certainly can, but it can also be a very lonely life. And also, when I'm saying a pretty girl, an attractive person, I'm not only talking about the outside, I'm talking about the inside, how your soul is, how you treat other people. All of these things contribute to being a pretty woman. I want to do a video talking about it and why I think it's really hard for anybody that's attractive, for that matter, to make good relationships. It is very hard, especially in female friendships, to find a good connection that doesn't see you as competition. Naturally, when you're an attractive or pretty woman, your confidence is higher up there. You have a better sense of self compared to most other people. And that can attract some really insecure types of people into your life. When those insecure people come into your life, they try to latch off of that. Whether that's in the form of competition, just trying to one-up you, and even imitating you for that matter. Not only for the sole purpose of being attractive, but if you're also an attractive person that has a good heart, a good soul, you're a nice person, you have a high sense of self and confidence, that is intimidating to a lot of people, and a lot of people can grow jealous of that and hate you for it. Our boundaries can be so high, our expectations can be so high that we just don't foresee the point of letting people into our lives that don't meet those expectations. You're not alone. Pretty women are the most lonely. It has nothing to do with the outside. It also has to do with the inside. But if you have both, live a very good life, and everything that you give out to the world will come back to you. So.
Welcome back to Dating with Rachel. I just got dumped. Mr. 67 and I are no longer together. He just called me and told me because by Valentine's Day, we hadn't said those 3 little words. And I was like, if by a year you don't feel that way, then we're going to have a problem. And I knew that he was a little emotionally stunted. Here's the thing. I am the full fucking package. I have my life together. I have a fucking house. I am an adjunct professor. And this man couldn't fall in love with me. Yes, I'm a lot, but I also am incredible. Like, if you are down bad for me, I will be down bad for you. The intimacy wasn't there. I found out that he had texted an old fling of his, and I confronted him about it. He said, okay, I'll stop talking to her if it makes you uncomfortable. And I said, it does. So I thought we moved on. This all happened on Saturday. I was having some doubts, truthfully, because he wasn't really romantic. He did not initiate spicy sleep, was not good at communicating his feelings, but I just thought, like, if I could just get him to open up just a little bit more. But this is the truth. When people tell you who they are, believe them. I had a little cry, talked to my mom. We're okay. Oh, I'm 29 and single, and I probably avoided my first divorce. Things to look forward to. I have 3 weddings this year. I'm a bridesmaid at my friend Sid's wedding in May. I have my friend's wedding in October, and I have another friend's wedding in August, and I'm going to Portugal. I am fucking going to Portugal with my best friend in the entire world for my 30th birthday. Like, I am lovable. I deserve to be loved. I deserve to be loved loudly and liked loudly. And you know what? He can go text his little flings, his old flings. Go do that, because I deserve better. I refuse to settle, and I should have broken up with him when I found out that he was texting his ex. And I'm mad at myself that I didn't. You know what? We're going to move on. This is the end of that chapter. That's the end of Mr. 67. Probably in May, I'll start dating again because April is crazy for work. And if I seem a little crass, I'm probably going to cry like one more time. I still have to go talk to my best friend about it. I already talked to my mom and cried, but I will be okay. I'm Rachel fucking Landy. I am incredible. So, it's his loss.
Because here's the thing, for men, the psychological game, manipulating a woman's emotions, is more rewarding to them than the actual physical act itself. That's all you need to know about men. Okay, so men always like to sit here and say, oh my God, we're simple creatures, feed us, do that to us, and we'll be fine. That's not true. They are not simple creatures. They've never been simple creatures. Men lie. There's nothing straightforward or direct about that. Okay? Everything that they do is a lie. They say things to get things. They do things to get things. Nothing is ever just from the kindness of their heart. Okay? They do things because they know they're going to gain something from it. So, if it was always just about the physical act itself, then they would go and find the physical act. Okay? And they know where to go looking for that. But they don't go there, do they? No. They go to women like you. Yeah. Women who want more. You actually want commitment. You actually want to be in a relationship. You actually want to be respected. Okay? You want your energy to be matched and reciprocated. You want to feel stable with someone. You want to feel secure with someone. They go to you because that is rewarding. It's all about, can I conquer this woman? It's not about the physical act itself. It was never about that. So when men say things like, oh, we're just looking for fun. No, they're not. No, they're not. What they're actually saying is, I'm just looking to waste a woman's time. Okay? So every time you see a man saying, I'm just looking for fun, I want you to then ask him this question when he says this to you. I want you to say to him, okay, so quick question. Why are you not going for the women who are also looking for fun? Yeah, because they're out there. Very confused. Very confused why you've got on your dating profile looking for commitment, looking for something serious. Then when it comes to chatting to the woman, when you're actually having conversations with the woman, you say, oh, I'm just looking for casual. I'm just looking to have fun. Don't really want anything serious. But you're advertised as looking for something serious. Okay? Women, wake up, smell the coffee. Deny access to men. Trust me. You will live a very happy, fulfilling, whimsical life when you deny access to these men. When you stop believing their lies. When you stop falling into their little trap. When you stop taking the bait. Okay? Everything that they say is a lie. It is a lie. It is a lie. That's why they're all quiet in my comments right now. No one gave me a proper answer. Nobody could give me a clear, direct answer and give me things to back it up because they have nothing to say. Because it's about manipulating a woman's emotions. Because without emotions, men feel small. Yeah, they're very fragile. They're not like us. We can get validation from so many things. One of which being ourselves. They can't get validation for themselves. They don't know how to validate themselves. So they get validation from being with women. And if they go and be with a woman who just want to have fun, they're not going to get the emotional satisfaction and validation from that woman because that woman doesn't care about them. That woman doesn't give an F about them. And it makes them feel very irrelevant. And men hate that because they will experience a loss of control. And then they will become destabilized because if they're not relevant in a woman's life, that's it. Their whole sense of self collapses.
Has a man ever said, I'm not investing in this company because morally they're wrong? Has a man ever said, I'm not using AI because it's destroying our environment? And has a man ever said, I'm not purchasing from this company because they don't support moral issues? More likely than not, I'm going to go 80%. I am going to generalize, maybe say a large percentage. No, men are not doing the moral due diligence, deciding if a company should or shouldn't be invested on based on a set of moral values. I really am so sick and tired of seeing women take this on and then get left behind either financially or technologically.
Being male-centered is a sign of low intelligence because making men the center of your life has been proven to be a major liability. When your life revolves around a man, his choices, his decisions, what he wants, his needs, his desires, you are automatically shrinking yourself and your potential. Choosing a career based on what that man might like or approve of you. Choosing to move to a city or live in a city because that man wants you to. Lowering your standards just to say you have a man and to give him access to you. Nothing about that is romantic. You are relinquishing your identity to a man who wouldn't do that for you. Intelligent women design their lives first. They are the center of their lives and everything else revolves around that. Choosing to center a man and not yourself is a recipe for disaster.
The main difference between a man making money and a woman making money is when a man makes money, he wants to show off to other women. When a woman makes money, she realizes she actually doesn't want a man. You're welcome.
I need somebody to explain why people wait for marriage to do the dirty because it's actually making me so uncomfortable, the idea of getting to my wedding night after years of dating a man and he finally drops his pants and I'm like, oh, what? This is what I just married? This is what I have to see forever? Ow! Like, does it mean God loves you more? Like, do you get like a better life in heaven if you listen? Is that why? That's why? Screw heaven, baby. I'm trying to live right now. I want to see it right now. Third day after, you better let me see it. Third day before, pipe down. Okay, calm down.
Men are users from the jump. The moment they come into contact with you, they are there to use you. There is a big goddamn difference between being a man hater and understanding the intentionality of men. I get this question non-stop. Do you hate men? No, I don't. I understand men. And there is a huge goddamn difference. Understanding men's intentions will allow, I thought my daughter was in the corner, will allow you to intentionally date. Meaning you will understand where men are coming from, the psychology of men, how to get them attached to you, and how to make that benefit you. This is something that men have understood for a very fucking long time. When a man gets with a woman, their first thing that happens is they become more valuable. You are valuable on a man's arm. Inherently, with nothing. $0 to your fucking name. Nothing. You are valuable. And what you're not understanding is when you understand the intentionality of men, you are able to use that, to harness that, and make it benefit you. Whether that's for their personal gain, whether that's for your money, whether that's for a societal boost, whatever it is, they will benefit from you being there, and they understand this. And this is what I'm always trying to preach to you guys. You need to be intentional. If you plan on having a man in your life, you must be intentional. You must understand the psychology of men. I'm trying to put you on game here from a 38-year-old who's made all the mistakes. Men do not love you. Understand this. Accept this. They do not love you. They love what you benefit to them. The housework, the emotional labor, the schmecks, the societal standpoint that they raise when a beautiful woman is on their arm. Period. They understand that. The rest, they tolerate. So don't be a man hater. Be intentional about understanding why men do what they do. Okay, is that clear? I hope so. I love you. There will never be a correct response to a man ever. Let me explain. As women, we are always put in a position where if we respond in a way that men do not deem as appropriate, it is always going to be put as if we're being rude, we're being selfish, we're being self-centered, we're being narcissistic. And I'll give you an example. If a man gives you a compliment and you are not receptive to that compliment, let's say it's a weird fucking man, okay? And he's just randomly giving you a compliment and you decide, I don't feel like responding to this, okay? He is then going to go ahead and bash you because you did not receive the compliment the way that he wanted you to receive it, okay? I'm saying all of this to say, as women, we are expected to be this perfect head to toe and outwardly like feminine and perfect. And when you're not that way, men will come at you and they will almost like neg you for it, okay? Because you didn't give into their ego. You didn't give into them the way that they wanted you to respond to this. So to this, I say, you are not entitled, like this to men, you are not entitled to us being nice to you. At all. In fact, I say don't be nice to men, and there's a fucking reason for that. You're too nice, and if you're too nice, you're coming on to them. If you're not nice enough, you're fucking rude. If you don't respond to their compliment, then you're self-centered. Like, there's never going to be an appropriate response. And the moment that you accept this, the moment that you're like, okay, no matter what I say in this situation, it's going to be misconstrued. It's not going to be the answer that he wants, unless the answer is something that feeds his ego. Okay, unless it feeds his ego, it's never going to be the right response. So stop muting yourself. Stop limiting what you actually feel. If you're uncomfortable, say that. If you don't want to respond to that compliment, you don't fucking have to. If he buys you something and he's expecting something from it, you don't have to do that. That's what you guys aren't understanding. You guys, a lot of you are like, well, if he takes me to dinner or if he buys me something, he's going to expect something of me. Okay, and we expect things from men all the fucking time, and they don't do it. And they're never apologetic about it. That's what your guys not understanding. So do the same thing. You do not need to be apologetic about not responding in a way that's going to be always misconstrued. Okay? You're welcome. Bye.